Oke, is it on? Apakah dia on? Oke, ini nyala. 5 menit lagi sebelum peluncuran. Ini kita close. Ya kita sambil ngomong-ngomong aja deh.
Iya, Cok. Halo, Sal.
Sok canggung lu. Biasa aja. Nah itu ya, jadi itu kok.
Hah? Enggak, Cok, sih, belum.
Mahal anjing. Udah dipikir-pikir.
Iya, tapi lifetime.
Iya sih, lagi diomong-ngomong setengah itu.
Photoshop aku baru di lifetime. Subscribe. Keren banget.
Bukan lemot, gak pencet paling.
Astaga, Cok. Iya.
4 menit lagi sebelum.
Cok, ulah anjing.
Ini fan artnya bagus sih. Ini bukan fan art kan?
Bukan, Cok, official art lagi. Kalau ini official art.
Kita full screen. Wah anjing. Subtitle bahasa Arab ya? Bulan puasa men. Maksudnya
Astagfirullah, bokong eula.
tepos cung.
Oh iya. Anjing.
Udah kita bikin akun YouTube isinya body shaming aja lah. Photoshop bla 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 on the iPad.
Anjing, pergi dari situ. Ya. Kalau bacakan itu. Ya mek Procreate sih sing.
Iya, awalnya Procreate, nanti baru naik.
Lu lek Procreate.
Pelan-pelan aja dulu yang ada-ada aja dulu.
Ganyen iku kuwi Procreate kok. Oh iya, jadi early access langsung. Early 50% berarti podo.
Mirip-mirip. Sedang menanti Eula. Bagaimana kelanjutannya?
Ya, ternyata
Apa?
subscribe tahunan.
Luma Vision. Procreate.
Bukan Luma Vision yang ngedit itu.
Iya emang Luma Vision tahunan. Mostly tahunan sih kalau kamu ngedit video dan lain.
Oh.
Makanya pakai yang bawahnya aja MUV kalau misalnya kamu edit standar.
Oh, iya.
Bisa kok.
Pakai film horor ya bisa.
Bisa.
Film horor go apa?
Maksudnya kalau awal-awal juga kamu kan ngeditnya nggak yang terlalu aneh-aneh kan. Kecuali kalau misalnya kantormu bayar
Oh iya.
penuh, misalnya kayak coretin atau apa, ngasih lebih ya apa kok. Mau Yuka bayar lebih?
Iya. Yuka merong juta ya buat dia iPad. Iki dapat sih. Iki pengumuman.
Oh Yuka dan tim. Cantik banget. Siapa mana yang bikin masalah?
Baik sama berapa? Jatuh.
Selamat ya?
Selena. Lele.
Ada panggilan sayangnya sekarang?
Enggak, Cok, kawan.
Oh. Kenal dua-duanya. Pakai tahu orangnya lagi.
Kata Selena itu sing dicedai Oyon. Tadi si gurunya ambek Selena. Oyon itu deketi 4S. Salwa, Selena,
Salwa kan
siapa? Nah, terus loro iki sapa? Sarah. Situ iso ora lihat.
Kok bisa sih dalam waktu bersamaan deketinnya banyak?
Ini kan pertama kan tengah.
Iya.
Pucat aku.
Oh, foto tuh ganteng lek baperan.
Oh.
60 detik lagi dulu. Persiapan untuk update.
Apa namanya?
Gak apa-apa.
Oh.
Gak kenceng kok setahu. Gak sepiro kenceng gitu. Alah YouTube kita belum ada yang nonton. 40 kan?
Iya. Aja cili-cili, kasih lu.
Nah ini, ayo dong
Stream cam. Stream games to Twitch. Oh iya, kenapa gak nyoba Twitch bisa nih cara?
Terus pakai bahasa Arab.
Pasti cok. Ini masih cok.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim.
Kenapa itu
To
streaming?
all my brothers.
Kenapa itu streaming?
Lillahi ta'ala.
Egois nama tuh.
Ya bener kan, saya niat streaming karena Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Oh iya cok.
Iya bener.
biar berkah, Cok.
Yang di streaming bokep, on di festival.
Nyocok, Cok. Untuk anak views ya.
Belum.
Anak views bahaya, Cok.
Terus ini streamingnya nggak diedit pas awal dibuat lo. Nggak apa-apa, kena somasi.
Tapi lu
Apa?
wow, sore sekali.
Tadi aku udah bales, katanya aku udah bales. Kayaknya aku ngerutin DM-nya anak-anak deh. Males itu daripada ada masalah apa-apa.
Apa?
Ayo dong, jangan lama-lama dong. Oh, sudah mulai.
Waduh.
Jadi sebelum kita memulai seperti biasa,
Minggu lagi doa, Cok.
iya, semoga stream kali ini tidak fail. Seperti biasa kita cari subtitle bahasa Thailand.
Bahasa Komo nggak ada, Komo.
Si Komo,
Si Komo. Nggak ada, Cok.
katanya pacarmu ini ya? Yohua.
Aduh, Cok. Nggak siap, Cok. Si Wang.
Udah tadi aku nonton nggak ngerti. Anjing bangsa. Mari kita lihat. Tapi tolol banget sih. 1 menit lagi tuh. Gamenya banyak tuh.
Genshin Impact nomor 3.
Tuh waktu nomor 1. Itu orang-orang di anu kayaknya nggak sadar.
Nggak enak. HP.
Iya. Kadang-kadang panas tuh. Kadang-kadang. Iyalah kalau mainnya 3 jam full, bukan hanya panas, otakmu tidak sih. Itu ini Tinder yang di iPad yang ini dia layarnya cuma
Kayak for iPhone.
iya sebenarnya for iPhone tapi di zoom aja. Semoga kali ini subtitlenya benar. Jangan kayak Cina tadi. Kagak ngerti bangsat apa sih namanya. Dikliknya sih menggiurkan sih. Satu dimana. Tapi kenapa ada tipot tuh? Aku males kalau tipot. Tipot yang itu loh yang tadi loh yang. Apa nih yang masuk? Oh alah. Bisa.
Once upon a time,
Wow,
two
Zongli,
twins
Mamang
traveled
Zongli.
together throughout the universe. But one day, their path was blocked, and they were separated by an unknown god.
Ether! Lumine!
And now, the two of them are finally reunited. In the Genshin Impact version 1 special program!
Si anjing. Wah, zombie, Cok.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact.
Dari tadi.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, and I voice the female traveler, Lumine.
It's so great that we're together for this program, especially since our characters finally had a chance to meet in version 1.4.
I know, tell me about it. I'm so glad that they invited me to the show. I've always been super curious about what it's like to do a special program. It always looked like you and Karina were having so much fun in the previous ones.
Hey, that's what the special program's all about. And today certainly won't be an exception, as we are joined by Keith Silverstein.
Dun-da-da.
Ooh, I like the trumpet there. Very nice. Hi, everybody. My name's Keith Silverstein, and I voice Zhang Li, consultant for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor in Genshin Impact.
Si miskin.
Yes, Mr. Zhang Li himself, who, spoiler alert, is
Spoiler
really
Morax.
That's right, the Geo Archon, widely respected as Rex Lapis, the god of contracts himself. Whew, talk about a list of titles.
And that is exactly why I leave the introductions to you, Zach.
Honestly, it's so hard to express how much we love your performance in the game, Keith. And by we, I obviously mean myself and a lot of other players.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
It is really an honor to play a role that's loved by so many, myself included, of course. And come on, how exciting is this? I'm so excited that I'm doing a version preview with you guys. This is going to be great.
Yeah, so why don't we take a quick moment to thank our viewers for joining us today and for their amazing support of Genshin Impact.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, big thank you to the entire Genshin Impact community. Thanks for your love and support.
So, Keith, what do you think of Genshin Impact so far?
Well, I mean, we all know it's an amazing game. I mean, right off the bat, it's beautiful. You know, the graphics, the character design, everything. But the thing that really has blown me away has really been just the fan base. Just that this game is so popular worldwide, and I mean, it's such an honor to be a part of something like that.
Totally agree. I've loved interacting with the fan base myself, and currently I'm still on the grind. I just love the gameplay, the graphics are absolutely beautiful, and I also love playing the game on my phone whenever I can't get to my PC.
Okay, so here's a question, Zach. What have you enjoyed the most in version 1.4 so far?
Ooh, you know, it's so tough because I love all the mini games, but I think my favorite one is Ballads of Breeze. And I just love getting out my lyre too as I travel around Teyvat and play my random little songs.
That sounds pretty cool.
Sharing my musical genius.
Well, let's not go too far there, Zach. I mean, I'm sure you're good and all, but genius?
Yeah, I'm sure you're great.
Anyways, I believe many of our viewers are waiting to hear more about what's in store for version 1.5. So why don't we start things off with a quick overview?
Sounds great.
Take it away, Zach.
You got it. In version 1.5, we'll have some brand new characters, several cool new monsters, and various special events. We'll also have an all-new feature to explore. And as always, there will be some optimizations and adjustments to our overall gaming experience.
Wow, very nice.
Aside from all the new content, Genshin Impact is also having its native release for PlayStation 5 on April 28th, the same day version 1.5 comes online. So that's definitely exciting.
Totally. It's great news for our PlayStation 5 players out there.
Yeah, we'll get a first glimpse of version 1.5 from the trailer. But before we get to that, I'd like to remind our viewers that we'll be giving away redemption codes throughout the stream.
In terms of Primo Gems, we have Primo Gems.
Yeah, and just remember that they might appear at any time during the show, so be sure to stick around for those. Okay, now let's take a first look at the official trailer for Genshin Impact version 1.5, Beneath the Light of Jadeite.
If it is fated, we will meet again.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
This is I, LATIHAN, forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Stand upon your tomb! Quake!
There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order! It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods. To dust!
Hey, wait a minute. Does this count as martial arts? Ready for trial. Incinerate! Breath of the flame! Inadmissible evidence! Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword.
People tell me that if I just spoke more softly, others may find it easier to forgive me. But the only reason they think that way is because they've never been branded a pariah before.
I condemn you! Freeze to the core! Eye for an eye! Vengeance will be mine!
Ini guru di SMA yang ngajarin rakit-rakit buat robot.
This Serenity Pot is all yours now.
Cowok. Referensiku vintage, sorry. Emang senior ya. Gak masalah sih tapi.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Berarti ini dikasih sama Madam Pink. Kayaknya in single player is still under development.
Gue pas hari-hari gak bisa dipakai.
Oh, yang co-op masih di itu cuy, masih demo.
Ya makanya yang single player belum bisa dipakai. Yang masalah kan single player itu.
Loh, kok aneh ya? Maksudnya co-op yang bisa?
Ya mungkin buat ini keperluan apa namanya? Keperluan iklan ini.
Oh,
Teaser-teaser kayak gini. Ya kan namanya juga promosi.
itu ngeten banget
Si
tuh.
ganteng Zhongli.
Bangsa.
Tipe tuh kohong. Tuh ada stoknya sampai 100 loh.
Stok.
Apa ya? Ya dikasih burung.
Oh iya, babi.
Berarti kita mau buat bonbin cuy.
Harvestment cuy.
Ini event ini.
Event. Semua dikonek. Gila apa cuk lu tuh cuk. Katensik katanya. The classic game story. Wow, banyak primo game, banyak. Oh, buat dekor cuk. Overflowing Mastery. Oh, ini kayaknya double apa tuh? Double talent. Buku-buku. Anjing.
Ini loh.
Berubah meta, cok.
Buat lagi dari awal anjing.
Heeh.
Gak apa-apa. Orang artefakku belum jadi.
Iya, cok. Oh, aku udah cok. Anjing.
Wow, there was a lot going on in that trailer. It looks like Zhongli is gonna have a new storyline here with a super tough-looking dragon to fight. So be careful out there, Zach.
Hey, I've leveled up a lot since the last version. This dragon's got nothing on me.
Yeah, sure, Zach. You really expect us to believe that?
Personally, I'm excited for these new characters. They look super cool.
Yeah, and that sounds like a solid place to start, so why don't I begin by introducing the new characters first?
Sounds good to me.
Wow.
Iya. Tapi ini di gimana ya? Dia digambarkan sangat feminim gitu. Padahal kan tadi dia trailernya ada kalau ngomongnya lebih halus, lebih perhatian gitu.
Enggak kayak connect Jan.
Iya. Coba bapak.
Aduh. Skill cok. Tapi lo ada pedangnya kayak Chongyun cok.
Ya makanya kan gue bilang.
Kayaknya pasif 70 nih deh kayaknya cok.
Kalau dia dari level 70 udah gak ada itunya, lebih OP dari Chongyun dong. Dan dia dapat 3 lagi.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes,
Ini loh,
I'll
yang
teach
selalu
you all
ngasih misi
right.
ke kita.
Mark my
hancurin
words.
Boneka-boneka itu loh.
Introducing our new playable character, Eula, captain of the Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company.
Biasanya pakai ulti.
She carries a cryovision and elegantly wields her frosty claymore.
Yeah, the way she handles her weapon is truly amazing.
begitu
Like
cara
she even did a
menggunakannya.
cartwheel with her sword. No wonder she's called the Spindrift Knight.
Yeah, her combat style really stands out.
Memang orang kalau banyak.
Forget fighting. Her style is more like dancing or gymnastics.
Seriously, she doesn't move like other claymore wielders at all. Her motions are way lighter and more fluid.
Perhaps that's a result of the training passed down through her aristocratic bloodline.
Oh, she's a descendant of the family that was once overthrown by the Knights of Favonius, right?
Mm-hmm, that is correct.
Ooh, I'm sensing a complex backstory here.
Keluarga Gus Dur,
Now
ya.
the question comes, why would she be serving in the Knights of Favonius?
Ini anaknya tuh.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Alicia.
And
Alicia.
although Eula often talks about taking revenge on others, she doesn't seem to mean it for real. As strange as it sounds, it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
her
Alicia
own way of
Lahir.
expressing care for other people. Let's have a look at her
Pengajian ya?
skills, shall we?
Yes, please.
Kok ada
With her
tekan
elemental
bakso itu?
skill, Ice Tide Vortex, Eula slashes swiftly, dealing cryo damage. However, her elemental skill has different effects depending on whether you tap or hold the skill button.
Bisa di hold,
Ooh,
Cuk.
interesting. Tell us more.
Bisa di
Yeah.
hold, Cuk.
When tapping the elemental skill, Eula gains a stack of Grimheart by hitting an opponent. Grimheart increases Eula's defense and resistance to interruption.
Sounds cool for a claymore wielder. What will happen if we hold her elemental skill then?
I was hoping you would ask that. When the skill is held, Eula consumes the stacks of Grimheart, and surrounding opponents will have their physical resistance and cryo
Iya,
resistance
skill E
decreased.
kalau ditekan
Now,
ngurangin
each
cryo
stack of
sama
Grimheart consumed will be converted into an Ice World brand that deals cryo damage to nearby opponents.
Ooh, I'm loving her Grimheart mechanic already.
Nggak ada
Yeah, me too.
marknya,
Eula's
Cuk.
elemental
Tek-tek
burst,
deh.
Glacial Illumination, deals cryo damage to nearby opponents and creates a Lightfall sword that follows her around for a certain duration. When her own normal attacks, elemental skill and elemental burst deal damage to opponents, they will charge the Lightfall sword until it explodes violently once its duration ends.
An explosive icy sword. Wow. That seems almost like a contradiction. I mean, ice that explodes? It's like mixing opposites.
Right? But it's somehow fitting for her character, you know? A noble heir who joins the family's arch-enemy, who moves elegantly but causes violent explosions, who manipulates cryo element but is called the Spindrift Knight. She's full of contradictions.
Nice, Sarah. That's pretty deep.
Thanks.
Hey, why don't we take a look at our next new playable character in version 1.5?
Sounds good.
Si waifu Yanfi.
Nggak ngoyo sih. Nggak kayak orang-orang sengat-sengat gitu ke Rosaria. Gara-gara toketnya tuh. Iya kan?
Iya, itu jadi yang diminati.
Tapi banyak yang sama bisa dapat ribu. Tapi dia lebih gampang trigger pyro.
Pyro,
Need a cure for insomnia? Let me read you the history of the development of Liyue's legal system. None of my friends have ever lasted longer than 20 minutes.
The other new playable character in version 1.5 is Yenfei, a legal advisor active in Liyue Harbor. She's a catalyst wielder and holds a pyrovision. Interestingly enough, she happens to be part illuminated beast.
Oh, just like Ganyu.
Exactly.
So, are those two sticks on her head her version of horns, or are they more like antlers?
Wait, I thought those were her pigtails, no?
No. No, Zach, not at all. No, those are the symbol of her illuminated beast heritage.
Okay, so question. Would that mean she knows Rex Lapis then? Or would she be bound by a contract with Morax in some way?
You mean like as a legal advisor for the god of contracts?
That would be quite the big title, but yeah, something like that?
Even Morax doesn't have command of all the illuminated beasts. Yenfei is one of the few that didn't sign a contract with him.
Oh, why is that?
She was born in a peaceful era. Therefore, there was no need for her to fight in any cruel wars like her predecessors. Interestingly, as a free illuminated beast, she's put herself in a profession where her job is to interpret laws and help others deal with conflicts and disputes.
Okay, so her work is all related to contracts, right? Because I know I saw some sort of gigantic pyro stamp slamming down when she attacks. You know, like the kind of thing you'd see used to stamp a contract?
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Both her normal attack, her elemental skill signed edict, and her elemental burst done deal grant her scarlet seals, which decrease Yenfei's stamina consumption. But these scarlet seals are not the big seal you saw.
Oh, so the scarlet seals must have been all those little red markings floating around her.
That's right. When she uses her charged attack, Yenfei consumes all scarlet seals, which in turn increase her charged attack's area of effect and damage.
Oh, so that's what I saw.
It sure was. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that Eula and Yenfei have some special connections to one another.
What would a night in Mondstadt have to do with a legal advisor in Liyue Harbor?
Sounds like a mystery.
Yes, indeed. One which the travelers will get to discover on their own.
Leave it to me.
Rude. Leave it to us.
Oh, yeah, right. Us.
Right.
Oh, you two. And that's all the latest we have on the new characters.
Wait a minute, didn't you forget something?
I don't think so. You know, I have a pretty good memory, Zach.
Zach was gonna ask where we'll get to pull these adorable new characters from, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that, all in good time. Right now seems to be a good time for us to give away our first redemption code.
Oh, now?
Like I said, you never know when they'll appear.
Precisely. The first code will be unearthed in 3, 2, 1.
Oh sama cuk kayak yang tadi.
Ya memang sama pasti.
Kan beda kan lumayan. Yang belum redeem lumayan 100 cuk.
It seems only fitting to collect some rewards before we talk about event wishes in version 1.5.
Yeah.
Oh ini.
All right. I know you guys are anxious to hear more. In version 1.5, the 2 5-star characters Zhongli and Eula will appear successively in their own separate event wishes.
Many of the players have been waiting for Zhongli's return, and it's finally happening!
The players have been waiting. I've been waiting. Okay, to elaborate, Yanfei will be featured in Zhongli's event wish, Gentry of Hermitage. The exact dates and durations for the event wishes will be officially announced later. Aside from the new characters, a new 5-star weapon and 2 sets of new artifacts will also be released in version 1.5.
Fitinya mohon diawasi dengan baik.
Very good.
Bagi yang punya zombie
That
juga
new claymore
hati-hati
looks
karena
pretty
C1-nya yang
ornate.
biasa aja cuk.
It sort of reminds me of the 5-star bow Elegy for the End from version 1.4.
Raja cuk.
Oh, good observation. Now, this new 5-star claymore is called Song of Broken Pines, and it has a physical damage bonus.
It has quite a poetic name, too. I wonder if it belongs to the same series as Elegy for the End.
Perhaps. And there may even be a hidden story behind them.
Ooh, I already feel a story coming! You know, whenever Keith even mentions the word story, I just want to break out the popcorn.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me guess, it's a very epic and long story.
Ah, yes, a very long story.
Players really have big imaginations, you know that? Look, aside from the weapons, there will be 2 sets of new artifacts for players to collect. Tenacity of the Millilith and Hail Flame.
Ooh, awesome! Where can we get them?
If past updates are any indication, my bet would be that they'll be in a new domain.
And that is correct. The new domain, Bridgeforge, will be available to travelers after the version update. Now, it's located in the mountainous area that connects Mondstadt and Liyue.
Finally! We're getting a teleport waypoint there. That's always been one of the harder areas for players to reach.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people have used their portable waypoints to get there. Now we can save those for some other places.
In addition to the new gear, some new storylines will be released too. After the version 1.5 update, Diona's Hangout event and Act 2 of Noelle's Hangout event will be available for players to enjoy.
Act 2 with Noelle? That is so sweet! I really love the Hangout memory illustrations with Noelle.
Okay, but that's not the only Act 2 we're getting in version 1.5.
Ooh.
Act 2 of Zhongli's story quest will be released in the update as well, followed by Eula's own story quest.
I already can't wait to see more of Zhongli's storyline. Can you tell us more about what's gonna happen?
Well, as you saw in the trailer, the dragon Ajdaha, who seems to have some, let's say, history with Zhongli, will be making an appearance in Zhongli's story quest.
Sounds interesting, but who exactly is this Ajdaha?
Oh, it was mentioned in the quest about the nameless treasure. Seems like Mr. Zhongli's past is finding its way back to him.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, and meeting those who share the memory leaves an indescribable feeling.
Sarah, look, it's him!
It is!
You guys, Okay, in a word, Ajdaha is going to play an important role in Zhongli's story quest. And the disturbance it causes will also pose a serious threat to Lyra. Furthermore, this dragon will become a weekly boss. So, let's take a closer look at it in battle.
Berpasaur.
Jangan itu dong, ntar kita tuker lagi. Oh, tuker bingung gue. Oh, dikasih makan. Buat kamu katanya.
Terus masuk ke rumah. Ya, ayo, lempar balik.
Kan ada kamu tuh.
Iya sih, aku yang ngincipin. Ngincipin
Lumayan,
Starbucks.
ya.
All right then.
I don't know. It actually looks kind of cute.
Uh-oh, Sarah wants a new pet now.
Yeah, kind of cute, like it's gonna rip off my head.
No, I mean it's got that little cute smirk happening. I think it's kind of cute.
Oh, that's true.
Right? And it's got those branches
main
on
Mobile
its
Legends.
tail. And remember this place? There was a girl standing under a tree mumbling about the awakening of some most awe-inspiring
Oh,
individual.
enggak, ini tempatnya berarti
Remember?
deketnya.
Right, yeah, so she was talking about Ajdaha.
She was. Beneath the tree, or as it's called, the Dragon Queller, is the cavern where Ajdaha was sealed away.
This new monster reminds me of Geo-bishops.
Absolutely. They have plenty of similar traits. As a boss, Ajdaha can change its element, hence the different colors you see on its body.
It seems like when it switches its element, the surroundings in the domain change too.
Oh, looks like there will be a variety of conditions for us to deal with.
Ooh, are you excited, Zach?
Main game suruh main.
Well, with all the lessons I've learned from fighting Geo-bishops, I'm confident that I can crush this Lord of Bishops.
Geonya sudah
Good luck,
pasti.
Zach. You're the man. Okay, the next new monster we're about to meet will be a new member of the Hypostasis family, the Cryo-Hypostasis. Let's see it in action.
Buat Eula, Cuk.
Oh, mati.
Aset, iya, aset material Eula.
Ini jangan bilang di tempatnya di Dragon Spence dan dia itu di tempat yang kemarin yang ini.
Oh,
Tempat yang kedua itu.
iya, event bangsat.
Iya, yang banyak temen.
Oke, iya, Cuk. Oh, bukan, Cuk, bukan. Sing yang 3 ring guard besar.
Yang muter-muter itu enggak ada kayaknya beberapa gadget. Enggak ada ini kan muterannya itu.
When the cryohypostasis reaches low HP, it enters a shield to protect itself and recover from the damage. In the meanwhile, it attacks its enemies.
Which means us.
Huh, but it seems like we'll never be able to finish it off if we can't break the shield. So, how can we take its shield down?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. Travelers will need to figure it out on their own in version 1.5.
Ya, Cuk. Nggak ada
And
lebih
with that,
sedikit
the
pun
apprentice
ring.
has become the master.
Di bawah Pyro.
Yes, you are getting the
Ah,
idea.
sekali saya.
And there's one other new enemy we're going to see in version 1.5.
Aku punya
Perhaps you two remember the Abyss Herald we encountered in version 1.4?
Loh,
Oh,
sing
you
yang
mean
cek
that
mah,
gigantic
jangan
blue dude that
salah,
works
Cuk.
for me?
Well, technically, he would be my gigantic blue dude if you are the traveler.
nah abis
Oh,
piye orang
okay,
artefak kembali yang
sorry.
jadi kok.
Seriously, do you
Orang
guys
belum
bicker
nyari.
about everything?
Yes.
Anyway, it turns out that another one of the Abyss Order's elite monsters will be making a debut in version 1.5, the Abyss Lector. Let's take a look, shall we?
Jadi anak
Bukan yang lucu, Ki.
Anubis.
Anubis.
Yang lama beda lagi.
Oh, tinggi, Cuk. Itu tinggi, Cuk.
Dia terbang.
Tadi kan tinggi loh.
Ya setinggi si ini Abyss Herald.
Okay, one thing to be noted is that
Tapi
some
dia
of the
karena
Abyss
terbang,
Lector's
dia
attacks will
setinggi
decrease characters' elemental energy once they hit their opponents. So be sure to dodge those.
Oh, kayak
Only it
Lumen
was that
bisa
easy.
energi, Cuk. Bang.
Yeah.
Jadi nggak bisa lompat.
Lah,
Okay,
physical
all right, Zach, I
dynamic
know you well
apa?
enough. What are you thinking about over there?
Metaphysical dynamic, Cuk.
Well, the Abyss Herald we met before was like an assassin,
Iya, benar-benar.
whereas this
Oh,
Abyss
metaphysical
Lector we see
dynamic
now
asli.
seems more like a mage.
Wah, apaan sih?
The Herald could manipulate the Hydro element, while the lector manipulates the electro element.
Iya kan nih?
Now that I think
Tapi,
about it,
iya, Razer
what if I could
Razer
put
pasti bisa.
them on my team?
Razer beda.
Well, yeah, practically speaking, that would make a very good
Steel
team.
bisa.
Well,
Pistol
that
bisa.
could be what the lost sibling was
Tapi tak tahu
thinking.
Cuk, kalau shield Cuk.
I'm sure the lost sibling
Kamu
said,
kayak lupa
I
sekarang
will
pas
have
saya
order.
and
Situ
now we
kayak
have the Abyss Order.
Oh, iya iya iya.
Well, that's everything we have
Oh,
for
yeah,
our
yeah.
new monsters.
Enak ya,
So
bisa
next,
gitu.
we will get a peek of an
Malah
all-new
OP.
permanent feature called
Malah-
Serena Teapot,
Masa aku
which will
pakai
be
gladiator,
available
aku
starting
pakai
in version
gladiator.
1.5. Zach,
Pakai ras, pakai
I'll leave
gladiator.
this part to
Tapi
you.
kan
Got
gak
it.
butuh energi tuh.
After
Butuh
we
skill
help the
aja
city
kan,
get
si
through its
Jin.
crisis,
Iya.
the Adepti of Liyue have taken note of our hard work. Knowing we are Outlanders who often camp out in the wilds, they decided to give us a Serena Teapot as a gift.
Camping in the wild? Zach, we never camp.
Oh,
Yeah,
itu.
we just
Milih
keep
apa ini,
adventuring
Bengkulu.
through the night.
Apa ya?
Yeah.
Gunung.
Serena Teapot.
langit sih.
I like the name. So,
Pantai.
is this Serena Teapot
Wait,
sort of like
sesama
Madame
kayak Madame
Ping's
Ping.
magical teapot?
Yeah, it's what's known as a realm within.
Ooh, it sounds exciting. That was really nice of them. I hope it wasn't too difficult to make.
Well, the Adepti of Liyue are mighty illuminated beings with great power. Creating a realm within is nothing but creating a little trinket for them.
Keith, you sound so cool.
You sound
Anyways,
cool.
oh, thanks. Let's take a closer look inside this so-called teapot. For starters, there are 3 different realm layouts for us to choose from. Floating Abode, Emerald Peak, and Cool Isle.
Wow, so this is what the Adepti would consider just a
Kok
trinket?
bisa switch Cuk?
Inside the realm, you'll find Tubby,
Bisa dapat
a
tiga-tiganya sih
teapot
kalau mau.
spirit who manages all the general affairs in the realm within.
Oh, just like a butler.
Oh my gosh, Tubby is so round and cute! I love it!
And it plays an important role in our realm, too. When we raise its trust rank, it will give us some rewards and unlock new features
Ada
for our
ranknya,
realm.
Cuk.
For example, the 3 different realm layouts. We'll have to increase our trust rank if we want to unlock them all.
Oh,
Okay, so question.
Ada stepnya,
If I
Cuk.
rub Tubby,
Berbeda.
will it grant me 3 wishes?
What are you talking about? Tubby's not a genie.
Okay, okay. I was just thinking, magic lamp, magic teapot. So anyway, how do we increase trust rank with Tubby then?
Oh iya, gimana, Cuk?
Whenever we create new furnishings, Tubby's trust increases. Moreover, with the help of the teapot spirit, we'll collect various blueprints from different sources. Once we've collected the necessary materials for creating furnishings, we can make those furnishings in the Serena Teapot and use them to decorate our home. Of course, we can also buy some furnishings directly from Tubby.
Good. I'd like an ornate glazed lily patterned incense burner.
Really? That's a super specific choice.
Well, I'm a super specific guy.
Anyway, this Serena Teapot will be a large personal realm that players may manage. They can take their time considering how to decorate the space and can fill it with the things they like to make it feel like home.
Project Genshin Impact.
I see. Okay,
Ada dekor.
then let's prepare some radiant
Monggo ya,
grade
Mama, ya.
Noctilucous jade for
Butuh
starters.
tampilan-tampilan
Wait,
bagus.
first of all, your standard of home is way
Joki
too
Serena
high.
Teapot.
And that's wrong because...
I mean, you know what? You do you.
Ruangan
You do
50.000,
you.
Cuk. Oh,
Yeah, totally.
50.000.
Well, if we are short of any practical
Oh, mau jadi
decoration ideas,
Leviathan.
we can also apply to enter our
Memang.
friends' realms for some inspiration. We can just stop by for a visit and snap some nice photos.
Cuk, bisa
Ooh, that means
request.
we can throw parties in our personal realms. That'll be so fun. Are you gonna put me on your ultra exclusive guest list, Zach?
Nope.
Zach!
Just kidding. We're going from roughing it in the wild to luxurious house parties. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, and the realms seem very large too.
Large enough to unleash your imagination.
Yeah, we can create views outside the house and arrange the layouts of furnishings.
Ini kayak ini loh.
And as we put more
Di zaman
furnishings
dulu.
into the Serena Teapot,
Yang dulu tuh.
our adeptal energy
Yang di
increases,
Jepang-Jepang.
enabling the realm to produce more
Iya,
realm
iya.
currency.
So, more furnishings increase adeptal energy. I like the sound of that.
I knew you'd like that.
So, with this new realm currency you mentioned comes a new way of exchanging it, I
Udah
suppose?
madu rambut.
That's right. We can
Oh, that's
exchange
good.
realm
Wow.
currency for a variety of materials and
Sorry.
rewards. And sometimes a
Ah,
teapot
listrik
traveling
berhasil
salesman
lagi.
carrying realm treasures might appear. So be sure to check it out.
Noted.
Oh, jemput.
Whew, there's already a lot on everyone's to-do list for this feature.
And there might be even more to come in the future. Let's wait and see what the Serena Teapot holds for us in store together.
I will, and in the meantime, I will stuff my realm with satisfying furnishings.
Alright, just please don't make Tubby work too hard.
I won't, and as always, I'm sure the travelers will cover my expenses.
Huh? Wait a minute. What?
Can we even afford that?
Well, I mean, with the two of you together, you might be able to cover it.
I don't have any.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just kidding. You should have seen your faces right then.
Anyways, that's all the news we have for the upcoming Serena Teapot feature. In the next section, we'll get to learn about some exciting events that will be exclusive to version 1.5. But now, it seems about time to give away our second redemption code.
Yeah, more rewards.
Practically speaking, the faster you act, the better.
Goodies inbound in 3, 2, 1.
Sama tuh.
Mirip.
Yuk, yang belum.
Monggo. Saya mah sudah tadi.
Udah. Putih semua, Bos. Nggak ada yang kuning.
Kalau tangan busuk mah diam aja.
Tapi bagus ya pedangnya. Sumpah, cok metaphysical damage. Ini nambah physical damage loh.
Iya.
Pasifnya pedang.
Sama kayak Ras kan?
Ya benar. Wah, bisa percaya, cok. Bisa mencibir.
Yang mana? C2 kalau satu sama C2.
Oh.
Sama-sama baru dapat 2. Yang baru-baru aku gak dapat sama sekali. Yang lainnya pada dapat, aku dapat.
C3, cok.
Katanya masih 6 ya? Gak dapat sini, dapat CC.
Welcome back, adventurers. It's time to unveil the special events coming in version 1.5.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so first on the list is an event called Energy Amplifier Initiation. In this event, a Sumeru researcher will ask us to gather Irminsul fruit fragments. For a time, we'll be entrusted with a mysterious ancient relic, the Energy Amplifier. With this relic, we can unleash the power of the fragments we collect. During the event, this energy amplifier will grant us some effects in combat.
So it really is literally amplifying our abilities. Speaking of ancient relics, I feel like Mr. Zhongli would know something about that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me for? You know I'm not really Zhongli, right?
Oh.
But I do happen to have some insight on the energy amplifier. For one, there are variations of how you can configure the fragments into the energy amplifier. One variable, motive force, affects how many fragments one can configure. The higher the sum of your character's levels, the higher motive force you can provide to the energy amplifier. With higher motive force, players will be able to equip more high-quality fragments to strengthen their team.
What if I don't have enough characters at higher levels?
As always, Zach, that's where your friends come in. You can borrow up to 3 characters from your friends to increase your motive force. You got that, Zach?
Oh, friends. Yeah, got it. So the question then is, how do we gather all the fragments?
There are plenty of fragments spread all over the map. We'll search for the fragments in places of interest throughout the open world.
But it won't be easy to get treasures as powerful as Irminsul fruit fragments. Players will have to get rid of any trouble circling around the fragments before they're able to collect them.
Ah, that makes sense.
And we'll also be able to enter something called a Twisted Realm in the later phase of the event.
Twisted Realm? Sounds like a teapot gone wrong.
Not exactly. There are 4 domains in the Twisted Realm, and each has different bizarre twists. We'll be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, just as in the previous Hypostatic Symphony event. Of course, higher difficulties will grant better rewards.
Okay, so this'll be one for players who are looking for some serious challenges.
And I should mention that a contract with Diona, the bartender of Mondstadt, will be one of the various rewards from the event shop.
Cool. It sounds like we can add her to our team by participating in all kinds of activities from the event.
That's right! Go get her! Our next event to introduce is called Battlefront, Misty Dungeon.
This sounds like a completely different kind of game.
In this event, there will be 6 themed trials for us to complete, and we'll only be able to use characters from a set pool of trial characters from the event. Throughout the trials, our team will not form any elemental resonance. and food and potions in our inventory will also not be accessible.
Now that sounds tough.
But before each trial, we can preview the monsters we'll be encountering, along with some corresponding tips and tasks. So it is possible for us to choose characters that fit the conditions before we start. Nice, right?
Yeah, that's a relief. Whew. So, what do we need to do to pass these trials?
In each trial, players need to activate all 3 of the ancient runes within the time limit to gain access to the final challenge. There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects and make it easier to complete the trials.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapon systems that will detect and attack any intruders. Players will need to use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
We're definitely gonna have to use our heads to get the right strategies.
Totally, and with rewards like Primo Gems, Mora, and other materials awaiting, it'll definitely be worth a shot.
Primo Gems? Oh, I'm in.
Our next event is called Mimi Tomo.
Sounds Hilichurlian?
You nailed it. This event is about a certain unusual hilichurl we might encounter in various locations.
I see. The one that throws Primo Gems at players, right?
Okay, to viewers who are searching for where you can find this unusual hilichurl right now, just know you can't actually use the Primo Gems it throws at you.
Lately, this unusual hilichurl has been stirring up trouble on the merchant routes. It's time for us to teach it a lesson.
But this hilichurl is not an easy one to trace.
So we'll need to borrow some help from an expert. Perhaps you remember the hilichurlian expert Ella Musk?
Ya, si anjing itu.
Yeah, you mean that little girl in the library?
So it's time for her to teach us a lesson.
Yeah. We'll be utilizing the handy handbook of Hilichurlian from her to communicate with other hilichurls for intel on the whereabouts of this unusual hilichurl.
That seems like fun, but I'm not sure I can memorize that much hilichurlian.
You can write it down, Zach.
Or you could take a screenshot.
Oh, yeah, a screenshot. Now that's good advice.
The only question now is, how reliable is this handy handbook of Hilichurlian? After all, it has a disclaimer on its title page saying it cannot be held responsible for any consequences of its use.
Wait, so you're saying it could potentially do more harm than good?
If that's the case, we'll have to persuade the hilichurls by physical means.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. We could be quite persuasive that way.
That wouldn't be persuasion!
Wait, now I'm confused. We're talking about bribing them with some apples or something, right? Like persuasion?
Oh, apples.
Yeah, apples.
And now you're making me feel like I'm a bad person.
Anyway, players will gain some furnishing blueprints, Primo Gems, and other rewards from the event, so be sure not to miss out on this one. Our next event is simply called Wind Trace. Personally, I'd like to call it hide and seek.
Alright, sounds fun.
And in case you're wondering, Wind Trace actually originates from when ancient nobles were hunting for rebels in Mondstadt.
Okay, now things are starting to sound a little bit scary.
No worries, Zach. Today it's transcended from its dark history, passing down only the names of the 2 sides, Hunter and Rebels.
Oh, so what does a round of Wind Trace look like?
I'm glad you asked, Zach. Players will be playing in contested zones. They will be allocated one of the 2 sides, the Hunter or the Rebels. The Rebels hide and the Hunter seeks. But there's more to it than just that. The Rebels can use their windward arts to disguise themselves, place bait, or temporarily enter a hidden state.
Alright, sounds interesting. How about the Hunter? What can they do?
The Hunter can use various arts to detect the location of the rebels and disable their tricks and disguises.
So, the 2 sides are really going at it then.
Yeah, and during the game, favors will descend upon the area at random, and both sides can pick up these favors to help charge up their own so-called secret favor.
There are 5 contested zones in the open world, so those who are familiar with all the areas and terrain will have some advantages.
Good news for those treasure chest hunters out there.
Yeah. Players will obtain Wind Trace coins from the event and unlock a variety of rewards, including a Wind Trace themed name card. But if you play the game in co-op mode with your friends, or if you've already reached the daily limit of obtainable Wind Trace coins, then you won't be able to gain any more.
Ah, I see.
I hope you all enjoy this little game. Our final event is called Overflowing Mastery.
We had leyline overflow before, right?
Bonusan.
That's right. Only this time, we will have doubled talent level up materials. During the event, we will have 3 chances daily to collect double rewards using original resin from selected domains of mastery.
Tapi hadiahnya sama
If
kayak
I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we'll have an event that doubles talent level up materials. That's huge.
Exactly. So if you need to grind for talent level up materials, this will be your chance.
I bet everybody's gonna love that. All right, that's about all we have for the special events in version 1.5. As always, the last part of our version previews will be regarding new optimizations and adjustments coming to the game. Keith, would you like to explain the coming changes for version 1.5 to our viewers?
Sure thing. Starting from version 1.5, the cost of original resin to claim rewards for the first 3 weekly bosses will be reduced from 60 to 30.
Okay, that's half the cost.
Yeah, and we'll have a total of 4 weekly bosses, so that means we'll be able to claim rewards from all the weekly bosses using a single day's resin.
And we'll even have 10 original resin left over.
Check you out, Sarah.
Yeah.
Next, after the version update, character companionship experience gained while playing in team with other players in co-op mode will be doubled.
So, if we want to accelerate our friendship with some characters and learn more about their stories, we can defeat bosses or clear domains with other players in co-op mode.
Oh yes, no need to remind me on the importance of friends again.
Sorry, Zach.
Oh, friendship.
It's one of those.
The third optimization will be about mailing alerts for when events are ending. After the version update, Genshin Impact will send mail alerts to players before any limited time events end.
Yeah, considering all the unique gameplay and loads of rewards from those limited time events, it would be a pity to miss them.
Definitely. For players who are too busy to check the end time of each event, the mail alert will for sure come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last optimization, coming in version 1.5, will be about slimming down the game's overall size.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
With this optimization, players can manage the voiceover files they've installed. If you no longer want to keep the audio files for a certain language, you can delete the corresponding voiceover files manually. And that audio pack will not update in future version updates.
I imagine that could save quite a bit of space. I know audio files can be massive.
Aw, but what if they decide to delete the English voiceovers?
No, don't delete us, please! Don't you want to hear more of me?
Well, there's not much of us in there anyway.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. I guess it doesn't hurt that much when you put it that way.
No, it does hurt because Zhongli has a lot to say, so please, keep the English files.
If you like us, then please keep the English voiceovers, everyone. And on that note, it's time to release the 3rd redemption code to our loyal viewers.
Yay! Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Gas. 3, 2, 1, gas.
Siapa yang buat sudah dulu? Sudah semua. Ngomongnya udah dapet Rosaria sih kita. Jadi kayak langsung nahan primo game bisa gitu.
Bisa. Yuk.
Nunggu Yanfei. Aku minta blessing nggak ya?
Blessing nggak ya? Blessing.
65. 2 akun 130.
Mas?
Hah?
2 akun 160 cuy. 130.
Iya. Kayak yang temen gue yang itu tuh.
Yang anu.
Di Sohib lah.
Sohib.
Well, I hope everyone has caught all the codes. And I think it's about time to wrap up the show.
Time really flew by.
Yeah, I know, right? How did you like your first special program, Sarah?
I've loved being here with you guys. It's so special and fun. Plus, the twins got to be reunited, even if it was only for a little bit. I really hope that they'll invite me for more special programs in the future because this was super fun.
Yeah, I hope so too. And how about you, Keith? How did you like doing the special program?
komparasi.
You kidding? I love this. I mean, what's better than being able to make all of these announcements when everyone's so hyped to find out what's in store, and we get to be the people to share that with them. So it's amazing. Plus, I am looking forward to spending quite a bit of time in the Serena Teapot.
Yeah, me too. All right, thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program, everyone. And I hope you all have fun in your teapots.
Bye, everybody. See you in version 1.5.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Tunggu.
Are you still there? Yes. I was hoping you'd still be there because we have an extra special surprise for you. Check this out.
Inazuma, please. Jeng.
Inazuma.
Inazuma kan ini.
Wah, anjing naga sih.
Waduh, cok.
Berarti ada tiga pulau, 4 pulau. 5.
Si anjing.
6.
Mereka fulis tata kasih.
7. Kayaknya 6 7 nih. Berarti dia kayak Pulau Madura dong.
Inazuma. Cok.
Ada 8 pulau berarti itu.
Aduh, ada besi-besi tua sih. Loh, kok gak ada, Cuk? Si Arkon Baal anjing. Baalnya gak dikeluarin, Cuk. Di versi Sinato, Cuk, bangsat. Wah, blunder ke Genshin Impact.
Deng. Kita lihat. Ada kelanjutannya nggak? Nggak ada anjing.
Gak ada, Cuk. Wah, fix, Cuk. Wah, anjing. Fix, Cuk. Baal, Cuk. Fix Baal itu, Cuk. Ih, serem, Cuk. 6.
Oke, sekian dari kita untuk hari ini.